Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Neely with GoDaddy Pro, here to talk to you about WordCamp Minneapolis. And with that, I have a maker of the web, Bryan, to really help us understand what WordCamp's all about and get some insight into her business. So Laura, why don't you kind of introduce yourself and your business?
Hi, thanks for this opportunity. I'm Bryan. I'm the owner of Lambrey Media, which is it's my sole proprietary business. I make websites. It's usually how I simply put it to people that I meet. I specifically make websites using WordPress, and my focus is usually around making very usable websites. I have a passion for usability and just making, and also kind of tying into the vision that they have for their company and building off their branding. Um, Usually I have a couple of clients that are nonprofits, and a for benefit corp, which is also a mini golf course. So they're really fun to work with.
Right on. So lots of experience there. With your business, did you face any challenges early on that you'd like other people to avoid and learn from your mistakes, if you will?
I think if I were to give myself advice, it would be maybe do a little more research before I jump in, and spend a little more time focusing on like what I wanted, like what kind of client I wanted, what kind of business I really wanted it to be, because I think I was just kind of like testing the waters in a bunch of ways and didn't really have like this vision for the future. It was just I wanted just to live the dream of owning my own thing.
Right
And
on. That's awesome advice. What is it, the quote? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
yeah.
Yeah, it looks like you pivoted and found your way, which is fantastic. With WordCamp though, can you in your own words, can you describe why WordCamps are just so special?
Oh, I think it's the people. It's totally the people that both organize it and show up to it and speak. And it's this really great community of people that really makes it's somehow different. I've been to a lot of industry conferences, and my first WordCamp, I told that's what I expected it to be, was just another industry conference, and
Mhm.
was really surprised at how everyone was super genuine, very welcoming. Um, I always talk about the Pac-Man, um, which if you've been to WordCamp, you've heard. But basically, every circle they say to leave a gap for a new person to join the circle.
So when did you first go to WordCamp and how did you kind of learn about it?
So when I first started my business, I was at home a lot. So I started doing a bunch of networking. I was going to meetups, and I made friends with someone who happened to be an organizer for WordCamp. Um, once she learned I was developing an WordPress, she was like, "Oh, you should really try out our WordPress focused conference called WordCamp." And I was like, "Oh, that sounds great." And so I went. And I was expecting just another regular industry conference, nothing special. And I know, like, within an hour, I had like 10 new friends. I was volunteering because it just seemed like a fun way to contribute to it because the people were so great. And
Mhm.
even through volunteering, I just met more people. And actually, several of the people I met at that first WordCamp, I now like see at every WordCamp and give big hugs. And yeah.
Oh yeah, they definitely run a pack. I'm a WordCamp organizer for Phoenix, so I see the same people when I go to other WordCamps and other WordCamps. It's just everywhere.
Yeah, I was gonna say they all encouraged me to try out WordCamp US, and that was my next WordCamp, and that's when it was in Nashville, and I had so much fun, and yeah, definitely made some long-lasting friendships there.
Absolutely. And I think it's cool that the entire thing is volunteer based. Like the
Yeah.
organizers, the volunteers, it's all people just giving their time because they love each other, they love the community, they want to give
Mhm.
back. So really for anyone watching this, if you want to kind of help out, like you're more than welcome to volunteer time. There's specialties for every aspects of life, whether you're a coder, designer, you just like people, whatever that might be.
Mhm.
What's your advice for someone going to WordCamp for the first time? Now, this could be, we can pretend we're in IRL, like in real life. What is that advice versus the virtual? Because I know it's vastly different.
As far as the in real life ones, I actually encourage people just to do like a short shift at the registration desk if it's their first time. Meeting people for the first time is really hard sometimes, just breaking that barrier. So I for me, that was just a really easy way to like jump in. I'm giving back to the conference, and you see a ton of you see all the faces that are coming in for registration, and everyone's just so excited to be there. And otherwise, I would say just do as much of like the after parties as you can. Actually, I would even suggest maybe if you're someone who likes to go to like every single slot for a talk, I would suggest maybe skipping a slot and just go hang out in the hallway for an hour. There's always people in the hallway just like hanging out. And
definitely. And there's that Pac-Man effect. There's always that extra spot that you can just
yes,
walk into,
always,
and
always.
everyone just acts like you're a long lost friend, and then they'll catch you up to speed. Now, Laura, do you have any other pieces of advice that you'd like to give our watchers, our viewers around just WordCamp in general?
I think just reach do the research, see if you have a local WordCamp. The thing as an organizer that I really appreciate about WordCamps, they aren't just these solo things. They're actually designed almost as an open source event, which I found really interesting when I got involved as an organizer. They're not just you're not just doing, you're not doing everything from scratch. You have the support of WordCamp Central, which I found really fascinating, that all the WordCamps that are regional are connected in some way. So, but yeah, start local, get to know the people locally. Usually they're really focused on supporting the local community. And then from there, you can really push off into the more global community.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's on the WordCamp Central. And there's literally thousands of WordCamps all throughout the entire world. So no matter where you are watching this video, there's probably a WordCamp close to you.
Yes.
Well, that about wraps it up. Laura, I definitely appreciate you taking the time to walk us through WordCamp and your business.
No problem. Thank you.
I know I learned a lot and got a few helpful tips for my own web design business. This is Neely with GoDaddy Pro. We'll catch you in the next video.